Today, we're going to talk about, no, we're not talking. We're putting windows in the barn. Whoop, whoop. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Brian over here at the Little Orchard Farm. Hey, welcome to today's video. Got some great stuff today. First and foremost, floor turned out awesome. Super stoked about the results that we're getting, the nice sheen. Man, over here on the shop side of things, it turned out great. The epoxy adds a great non-slip kind of a feel to the floor. It's nice, it's smooth, it's decorative. I got sprinkles. Hey, but today, the first thing I want to show you is this past week, the guy came out and installed doors. So I got one roll-up door, two roll-up doors, and so now the doors are in, which is really cool. But, and I think, one-handed, there we go. Oh, come on, get on up there, there we go, boom. Whew, all right. Today we're installing windows. We're going to get over here and we are going to determine where we want to put the windows, and most of them are going into the enclosed lean-to side. So here I am over here at the enclosed lean-to, and so if you turn around and look, what we've got is the lean-to, which is going to be our at least a portion of it is going to be our little bunkhouse. So we're going to have this needing the most natural light. We're going to put one window right here beside the door, okay? And there are 3x3s. And so we're going to come up to the top. Let me see if I can get out here and show you. So if you look outside, the wainscoting runs up to the 4-foot mark. And so we're going to need to put the window above that mark somewhere. And so that's why we're talking about additional framing. And so this board will come out. I will cut out this board, and we will frame inside the context of this 6-inch, this 4x6 post that's here. I'll need to frame using some 2x6s so that the window will sit in. So we'll cut that, we'll frame it, and I'll show you a lot more about this as we do this little activity today. And then we will set the windows in, we will nail those off, and we will then be ready to put the board and batten around the rest of the barn. I really can't do that until I get the windows in. And to be honest with you, every other side is going to have a window. So like I mentioned, I'm going to have a window here. I'm going to have a window here, here, and here. And then finally, the last window that we're going to put in is over here on the in the shop. And the reason we put a window in the shop is so that I can put an air conditioning unit, a window unit in, and that keeps air circulating in the shop, and hopefully will keep us cool during the hottest summer months. With a metal roof, it's probably going to get a little toasty in here in August. All right, well, that's what we got to do today, and that's a lot. So let's do this. All right, so here is the idea that I've got for hanging these windows. It may not be the professional way of doing it, but I'm going to show you a method that will work and will produce a good, solid window. Now, this is going to be an area here on this enclosed side of the lean-to that we're going to be making into the bunkhouse. And so we will be coming back and framing in so that we can put our insulation bats in and so forth. And so we're going to be doing some additional framing on this side and over here on the poles, on the post to create the wall going down through here. Again, to insulate it at our electrical components and all that good stuff. But until we do that, All we really need to do is just get the windows in. We can always frame on the inside around the windows to add structural integrity to the wall. As long as the window is structurally sound and secure, that's really all we're after. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my measurements that I've got. You can see here on the plastic or on the house wrap, this dark shadow. Well, this is the wainscoting cap on the outside. It's the rain lip, if you will, that sits on top of the wainscoting. So the plan will be to put a 2x6. I got to come above this metal here because the window is going to want to sit on something solid, and if I put it in here, it won't clear this lip. It's going to want to sit on top of the metal, and I need it to sit on top of the wood. So I'm going to have to put a 2x6 in at least at this level to where when the window is inserted, it sits on top of solid wood. Now I'll add the 2x6 across here. We'll add some side supports for each side, and we'll add a header piece. I'll have to cut this piece out because it's a 3x3 window. So 35.5 inches up, we'll have another 2x6 going across, and then the side pieces will tie into this piece right here. It'll all start to make sense in just a few minutes. Let me get this first piece cut and installed, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to do the sides and the top, and then we'll pop a window in. All right, so I've put in my first board here. The wise thing we'll do will be to come back and put board that goes all the way to the ground. When I frame in the wall, that's what I'll do. That does not look right though. Why did they? Oh my goodness, they flipped the 4x6 on me. All right, so I've made a big mistake here. Got it all nailed in there and wasn't paying attention. So the 4x6 is turned with the 6-inch facing this way. Over here, they flipped the 4x6 and the 6-inch is over here. So I've got a lip over here. That adds a little bit of a complexity to it. All right, I gotta pull this thing out. Dang. First board of the morning and I'm already messing up. It's not looking good. All right, let me get this board pulled off. We'll try to figure out what we're gonna do here. Sugar. Here is my solution to the post being turned opposite directions. What I'm gonna do is frame it out in 2x4, so I'll kick this out to the lip. Now that's gonna give me a varying degree, which means that when I come in here to put a wall on this, I'll probably run it over and then not, board around this to make this like a little notch. So it's a little squirrely, but we're gonna figure a way around this. Like I said, I'm framing to the outside of the barn. The window is gonna be sitting on the outside of the barn. It doesn't get inset, you don't inset a window, so it's flush with the outside of the barn. So that's what I'm gonna frame to, is the outside. When we get to the inside, we'll figure something out. the square. Now then. Voila. Window number 1 set. I'm gonna go ahead and finish tacking it off, and then I'm gonna put some flashing on it. It's starting to drizzle a little bit, so I'm hoping it won't be too wet to put the flashing on. But yeah, 1 down, 4 to go. We'll speed you through the rest of this so I won't bore you. But I may slow down in between to show you a couple of things I'm doing on the framing side in preparations to framing out the bunkhouse or whatnot. But let me knock out getting this one completely finished up. But it looks good. It's level, it's plumb. It fits in there quite nicely. It's enough where I can come in and I can insulate, put me some great stuff around the edges here. It's sitting flush on the bottom, which is okay. I can live with that. But yeah, looking good. You guys gotta check this out. You can hear the rain coming down.
A little wet.
Is it raining?
Just a little.
You need some windshield wipers for those glasses? Look at there, look at that rain. Look at that rain. And by the way, just so you know, our concrete is doing exactly what it should be doing. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's beating up, and it is not penetrating our concrete, so that's awesome. But man, rain's coming down. I'll stand in here and you go outside and nail in those windows.
Nope.
All right, I gotta get back at it. Get these last 2 windows knocked out, and then we're gonna go throw axes. That should be fun.
I had a frog on my window last night.
Frog in your window.
Yep.
Was he doing his thing all night long?
No, he was just stuck on the window. He wasn't there this morning, but
When it dries, I'll put the flashing around these windows
yeah.
so that we've got a good protection. So it doesn't matter if I go over or under on this pitch right here. It should be protected by the flashing. Gotta go lefty. All right, so we have wrapped it up for this weekend in terms of the windows. Very, very critical task or an activity so that we can move forward with the board and batten. Couldn't put the board and batten on without the windows. And looky here, let me show you. One right over there off of my shoulder. Another one, another one, another one, and another one. We got all 5 of them installed. And it took us about 5 or 6 hours. No, how long did it take us?
You started at 8, it's 1.
8 to 1, 5 hours. About 5 hours, okay. So we went straight through. Well, we had a visit, had some family come down to look around and see the new barn and so forth. So it was awesome showing them what we've accomplished thus far and continue to build out. But again, these windows, which are single pane, single hung, not single pane, single hung, double pane, single hung windows. They're very economical. They were very, very easy to set, and so wonderfully so that, you know, I'm not the expert in this, but I can tell you that right there is pretty darn nice. No kinks, no, it's not racked. It is in there nice and square. So those were really easy to do. Well, guys, another activity done on the barn. We're back at board and battening on the next video, and a couple of surprises that might be coming your way. Well, make sure you don't miss it, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you along for the journey. Help us get to 400 subscribers. We got to get there. We got to get there. We're glad that you're there. We're glad that you guys continue to follow us on the journey as we, Karen and I, are these, we're 2 newbies on this homesteading journey. But you guys have a wonderful week, very blessed week. Till we see you again the next time. We will see ya.